friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through all of my maternity clothes and my pre-pregnancy clothes. I am postpartum, my son is 2 months, and so it's finally time to dig into all of my clothes that I had beforehand. Oh my goodness, when I pull up some of these, they look like they belong to a toddler. I gained a ton of weight during my pregnancy. My midwives told me to stop snacking. I didn't exactly listen to them, and so now I'm in the position that I'm in where absolutely nothing fits me. This is probably common for a lot of moms, unless you were one of those moms who exercised and ate salads and all that kind of craziness during your pregnancy. That was not me. I was eating ramen, crackers, and pizza for probably the first half and didn't even want to look at a vegetable until the end. Anyway, next time I will probably make some different choices. Lord willing, he blesses us with some more kids. So I am hanging on to these maternity clothes because hopefully there will be more sweet little babies in our future. My sister-in-law was so sweet and passed a lot of her maternity clothes on to me, which actually I think were passed on to her from someone else in her church. But she gave them to me about halfway through my pregnancy. So there were a few items that I didn't actually wear this time, but I know I will the next time around. I didn't get to them either because of size or off-season or whatnot. I didn't want to spend a lot on maternity clothes. I happened to work from home, and my husband was also deployed while I was working, so I basically sat at home, took my dog for a walk. Let's be real, I didn't really take him for a walk. I took him to the dog park, and he walked, and I sat during my pregnancy because I felt terrible for most of it. So I didn't have a lot of activities. I would see girlfriends and some family occasionally, and I would do church on the weekends. But most of my maternity wardrobe was pretty casual just because I wasn't doing a whole lot. I think had my husband been in town, I would have made sure to pick up a few more cute outfits or something just a little bit different. Everything I kept was really casual. I shopped on Amazon, and for whatever reason, mostly because I probably just didn't feel that well, I didn't spend a lot on maternity clothes and didn't feel like having a large wardrobe. Normally, I tend to be pretty streamlined with my clothes, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit too. But I am hanging on to some leggings, a couple tops. I definitely wore a lot of dresses. I love dresses just in my everyday life. I always have. One of the reasons I like them so much is because you don't have to match anything, and you put on one item of clothing and it's a whole outfit. But it was kind of nice to have a little bit of support, especially as my bump was growing. Although as I got towards the end, I definitely could not bend down to get pants on, so I was wearing dresses again in the dead of winter, simply out of necessity because it was so hard to roll into the sweatpants that I was trying to get. I still have a few of my maternity clothes in my dresser, but I am hanging on to those because a few of them still fit me, and I probably will pack them up in this box at some point. But I have purged enough so that everything fits in this small tub. Okay, so now I'm going to go through all of my non-maternity clothing. This feels a little bit overwhelming. Surprisingly, I only got rid of 2 things out of my maternity clothes, but that's because I just went through everything last week, so I feel pretty tight on that. But now I know at least it fits just in one bin. I still have some of my maternity clothing downstairs in my dresser just because some of it still fits me and is nursing friendly. So I have a little bit more than that, but at least that's not a huge, giant bin. But this feels like a ridiculous amount. Although it's in my entire wardrobe, so we shall see. And I've been through this a couple times, but I just feel like it's too much clothing to keep, and I want to be able to get rid of some of this pile. So years ago when I was in college, and it was around the time when KonMari was coming out and all of that good stuff on organizing and whatnot, which I have always loved, but it was really popular around that time when I was in school. And I was going to do laundry, and I had 5 loads of laundry as a single human being, not married, no children, and I just thought that was absolutely ridiculous. And so I figured if I could get rid of some of my clothes, then I would potentially have less laundry. So one of the things that I did was I picked a color palette. I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to pick a couple colors that I love and a few accents so that everything matches each other, and I can pick any item out of my closet and it will likely match the other 70% of my wardrobe. I have looked at capsule wardrobes. They kind of stress me out, and for whatever reason, I can't figure them out. I don't know. They just don't work for me. I know they work really well for other people, but having my clothes in a similar color scheme, has seriously helped me reduce everything, because I used to go through my closet and think, well, this is my favorite orange shirt, and would just keep my favorite one. But no, I don't really like orange on me, although I do have an orange maternity dress. Side note, beside the fact. And so I only keep colors and styles and things that I absolutely love, which sometimes means I have 4 black dresses, but if I love them all, then I keep them all. So colors I have picked are black, gray. I like the darker shades of gray. I also love white, although with a baby, that's not my favorite color anymore. And then for accent colors, I love a royal or a navy blue, and I also really like burgundy or purple, something kind of in that range. So most of my wardrobe consists of those couple colors, and oddly enough, my husband is the same way and has kept, my baby is freaking out in this video, which is why all my clothes weren't folded perfectly, but he did really well. He was such a trooper. This took me about a half an hour to get done. I'm actually in his nursery, which he does not sleep in. I don't regularly keep a baby play gym on the crib. He was just in there temporarily so that I could get this project done. Anyway, back to the video. Picking a few different colors has helped me seriously reduce my wardrobe, keep track of everything. It makes laundry a lot easier, and it just has seriously reduced the number of items that I own. Also, everything basically matches each other, and so it's easy for me to pick out an outfit, and I'm not spending a million years in my closet going through everything. If you've been struggling to reduce your wardrobe and you've tried different methods like the capsule wardrobe and whatnot, and you still feel like you're hanging on to more than you should be, then I highly recommend that you go with the color method. Pick a couple basic colors that look fantastic on you and a few little accents. It will totally streamline your wardrobe and make getting dressed in the morning so much easier. I have noticed that certain colors just always make me feel kind of icky or like sweaty. I don't really know why that is, but for whatever reason, I always feel like Robin Hood when I wear hunter green. So I ended up only getting rid of 3 things. A suit jacket top that I just don't feel like I need anymore. I used to wear suits to work and I haven't in a couple of years. I have 3 or 4 others if I ever need them. And this one, I feel like the style's kind of out, so I'm just done and I have enough others. A long sleeve maternity tee, which I just feel like Robin Hood in green, and I don't know why, I just don't really like green. And then a red tank top. I don't know why, I just feel like a pimple in this. I don't know, I don't like red for whatever reason. So I just went through all this last week. I thought I might potentially get rid of more, but I kind of just kept the basics. I think I probably will re-go through this in a couple of months once I've lost a little bit more of my postpartum weight, just to see what I actually want and if any of it works with nursing. I have a feeling that I'm going to go back through this box like 6 months from now and say to myself, what were you thinking? This is so ridiculous. Why'd you keep all this stuff? But I just don't know, and I really don't want to rebuy stuff. And I have a feeling in the baby years I'm going to be a number of different sizes, so I figure I should keep some type of variety, because I got rid of a bunch of stuff when I was pregnant and didn't think about the fact that I would be different sizes while I was pregnant, and regretted getting rid of a bunch of my larger maternity tops because I'm like, oh, that doesn't fit me right now, not thinking at 40 weeks pregnant when I was ginormous that I might potentially want that. So a small pile for today, but if I'm just keeping a small tub with my maternity and then a larger tub with my entire pre-pregnancy non-nursing wardrobe, including coats and workwear and special occasion wear, I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, I'll probably go through the skin at some point. But I think my little one is done, so I think I'm done for today too. Thanks, friends.